Ah, the flow state. Do you know it? Do you know how it feels? Have you experienced it? In this video, I'm sharing some of my experience and maybe how you can move in that direction. So the flow state, that feeling where kind of time stops and just now when I'm talking about it, I had an experience around this a couple of weeks ago when I was doing a business work thing. I was creating a website for a customer in the personal development space, and I could just feel myself filling up with so much joy, so much focus, so much creativity. And I was like creating, and for me, that's like the flow state where time stops and there's like a balance between like I'm feeling a challenge, but I also have the skills and then it's and I get paid for it. And it's like, wow. And yes, time flies by, and it's like I needed to remind myself when the whole day went by that, okay, check, Tony, you need to eat, you need to work out, even though this is so much fun. Yeah, so be able to actually reach to get to that state is so beautiful. And having flashback, this kind of flow states, like we're in this specific now, you can have that into intimate space as well, like where time, like when 6 hours pass by and you check the watch and it's like, whoa, we need to eat. Have you had that experience in the intimate moment as well, where you just time stops and you just disappear somewhere? And but so you can have that in many areas of your life. In my experience, it's in both in the work environment, the workspace, and the intimate space. So how do you get into this here and now only moment, this flow state? Or and for me, it's like some things I do, it's like it has to do about the environment. So first I set the intention to, okay, let's move into this. I set an intention, and for me that's like also, okay, not getting distracted. If I'm gonna have a creative morning, I try to not get distracted at all. So okay, let's not open social media, let's not get new information. So maybe I'll loop around in something like I talked in the video before, catching myself. So not getting distractions, set an intention. The environment is important for me as well. How can I set up if I'm having a workflow state, if I want to go there? So that would be morning practice. If I want to amp up things, I will do breath work as well, cold shower or cold bath or something so how can I stack things that will put me in this state more? So, and that would be the environment as well. Would I like it quiet, or do I want people around me? For me, it's like usually quiet space. I would use music to amp up, to stack up for me. Like adding something to drink I like, that would also stack it up. So for the work thing, I can just stack things to help me and support me in getting into this state, and then just letting it flow. I can just be in that state, and if I put on my specific music, I like, whew. So yeah, it's things you can stack. Can you find out what things can you stack to put yourself in the best environment possible? And also, some things for me that would be important is the thing I'm doing. Hell yes. Am I doing this because I want to or because I need to? That's also for me. Like, is it something I really want to do? Can I jack into my creativity? Can I have creative freedom in this? If it's a work thing and I have tasks to do, do I have all the questions so I can move forward? Or do I need to loop out and call someone or check in with someone? So can I just stay in my space this entire time? That also support, that's like a stack as well. So it's a full yes. Is it an energy exchange as well? Like, am I getting paid for the things I'm doing? That stacks up as well for me. That's the work environment flow state for me. And where I'm at the moment, I'm currently trying to tune it, and what can I do more to be in this? Because wow, to actually work in that box and get paid for that, that is beautiful. That is so energizing and uplifting, and it's almost like I need to remind myself to pause and yeah, everyone who can relate to jacking into the flow state and doing things, it's like it's so beautiful. And if you can access that in the work thing and you never experienced in the intimate box, wow, that's back to some of the other videos I'm doing, you know, where I'm talking about meeting your punches in a conscious way, like eye gazing, connecting the breath and just being still. And yeah, so this state can apply in your whole life if you practice. So the flow state, that present moment where nothing else exists but this specific moment, that state, yeah. Yeah, that was my experience, and I just wanted to share because it was so beautiful. It was like a Saturday. I was sitting from morning to night, and it was like it doesn't feel like work. This does not feel like work. That is possible, you know. The thing you're doing and you're getting paid for it doesn't. I mean, for me, like the label work might be a negative thing. I'm noticing when I'm talking now, but I wouldn't. This it's a sense of work, but it doesn't feel like work, and that's how I want my life. Everything I do and I get paid for, I don't want it to feel like a burden or just draining me. I want it to be energizing. I want it to be uplifting, and I wouldn't leave me with a good feeling when I'm done, not drained and. Oh, I need vacation to recover. I need to. I mean, that doesn't compute for me. Like, oh, let's all have a vacation so we recover and we can go again. I mean, there shouldn't be a need for recovering. I mean, that Saturday for me, that was like energizing and it was not draining, and I needed to recover from it. It was rather energized and it gave me more energy. So. I want work to feel energizing, to give me energy and not drain me. Yeah. And so am I in the flow state when I'm working? Can I be aware of it? And if I'm not, okay, how do I change it? Do I need to change jobs? Whatever project I'm working on? Did I say yes to something that wasn't a yes? That's a good thing that can... Do you say yes to things that are not yes? And yeah, calibrate that. How can I move to more yeses? Yeah, I think that's it for today. Yeah, if you like this kind of content, like, subscribe, do the thing and maybe leave a comment. Have you experienced the flow state in your life? Do you know how it feels? In what areas do you have flow states? Where you just present moment, maybe it's a hobby or you're just being creative or whatever. Do you share your thoughts? Let me know where you're at in this area. Yeah, that's it.